Hey guys, welcome to our channel. So we got all the way through soft and dry in the letters, except the translations before. All right. Now I want to just get this out of the way real quick. Soft and dry. You were left with you had dry dry turned to dry dri, and if you cross off the dr, you're left with y and I in order. And the Y and I got brought down here. Now I did the translations, and all you got was YI being 1 in Chinese. So 1. I could take that in a lot of ways. I could take that one quantum computer or one quantum network user for this change. And I've got my little suspect highlighted over here. Miss Yi Li, PhD, Computer Science, Machine Learning at Jackson Laboratories. And I want to point out something else before I get started here, guys. In my previous decode, Two Princes, I had YSIDS SD, and I had a list of research groups, and I said that I thought they might be using the quantum network. They were all connected in at least our search. But if you notice, I did not add them to our list. I didn't add them to our list of potential quantum computer users for a reason. There were a lot of them. I wasn't sure what was going on there. I felt like I was missing something, and I didn't make that call, and I didn't add them to our list, and I'm glad I didn't, because now I realize that YI is also in that search, and now I'm thinking that potentially this Yi Li PhD, I'm starting to wonder if this gal isn't responsible for both. And I'm glad that I did not add any new people or organizations to our list just yet. So that's going to be coming up in the future, guys. And I was kind of surprised here. You again, you had YI was your changes, 1 in Chinese, and we used this numerology chart to get number codes. You can look this up online, guys. And Y is 7 and I is 9. That's all you got. And I'm going to say this surprised me. This one surprised me a little bit because I only had 2 numbers. I was expecting a whole lot of number cross-offs. All right. Kind of. And my fiance wasn't. But I was, because it was only 2 numbers and we already had the pattern in the letters. And I was thinking it would just be another pattern. That the numbers didn't work, but I was wrong. They do work. So 79, we'll just start right. We got 79. So going forwards in finance, you have 79 HJ Liverpool Corporation on the London Stock Exchange, and that's interesting because one of the research groups that I mentioned in my previous video on this was in Liverpool, England. So that's interesting. I think that's England. Anyway, they were in Liverpool as well. That's on the London Exchange. Now you coming back, you've only got 2 numbers, so that's all you're working with. Coming back, you have 97, and that is HKG 1997 Wharf Real Estate Investment Company Ltd. on the Hong Kong Exchange. All right, I'm going to provide these links. That gets you through going forwards and backwards in finance. And now we're hitting genetics. We're going to do them all. And you start with 79, and 79 is CD79A gene, and that is a protein coding gene. All right. And also CD79B gene. And there's more, guys, and this follows the pattern of before of our previous this 79 keeps going. That's where I'm at, right? 79. Yeah, it keeps going. Genetic lexicon of dyslexia. And that is an annual review of genomics and human genetics, volume 8, 57, 79. There's your 79. American Journal of Human Genetics, volume 79. Table of contents, genetics, genetics.org. There's the 79 code. The genetics of infectious disease, susceptibility, genetic variation in infectious disease. Clinical Genetics, Volume 79. So yeah, this just goes, guys. New Genetics of Intelligence. Natural Reviews Genetics. I'm not sure I see my number in there. Doesn't have it crossed off either, so I assume it's related somehow. But the rest of this is right here. The rest of it is Volume 79. This is Duchenne Muscular Dystrophy Genetics, Duchenne.com, and 79 is right there. And it does go on, guys, but we're going to move on from that. I think we get the point. It's there. And then 97 with genetics is Materials Research Bulletin, Volume 97. That was the highlight for me that I actually wrote down. Molecular Genetics and Metabolism, Volume 97. And you got a whole lot of Bio 97 Genetics, Bio 97 Genetics, and you got different universities. Cystic fibrosis expanded mutation analysis, 97 mutations, so tests for 97 mutations. Genetic studies. Make sure I'm there with my number. Yep, there it is, right there. Yes, yep. Genetic studies of body mass, index, yield, new insights for obesity biology. And make sure my number's there. I don't necessarily see my number. Oh, yep, there it is. So molecular genetics, congenital inherited diseases. So yeah, you got a host of things that run to genetics, and coming backwards. And then we're going to move on. Now that gets you through going forwards and backwards in genetics and also finance. And then you are going forwards now. In chemicals. And 79 right away is gold on the periodic table of elements. Also chemical engineering, a host of chemical engineering stuff, guys. Chemical Engineering Science, Volume 79. Chemical and Sediment, Meditated Reduction of Azo Dye. Blue 79, right there. Chem ID Plus, 121.79.9. And you got some chemicals going on there. So this just runs 79 chemical engineering jobs in Indianapolis. And I'm certain that will take you back to a very specific company. Journal of Chemical Technology and AMP. Biotechnology, Volume 79. Biotechnology. I'm sure my fiance is going to want to look that one up, biotechnology. She's still got something coming out, guys. It just got more complicated, and then when we ran into our now we're trying to figure out what we're going to do with our binary code, right? And some of her information we found in that. So is she going to use it? We don't know. I'm sure she's still deciding. So anyway, guys, yeah, 79 chemical engineering jobs. And that gets you through going forwards in chemicals, and it keeps going on, guys. And by the way, I would vote to use it, because we're getting ties from this back into our binary code on the last one. So it's interesting stuff. So now we're going to come back, and you got 9.7, and 9.7 you got biosynthetic studies of donorubicin and tetrasinomycin. C, electrocarbon chemical reviews, electrochemical carbon, electrochemical carbon chemical reviews, food and chemical toxicity, volume 97, chemical engineering science, volume 97, chemical processes, T.E. Jenkins Mining Industries, and interconversion of diborane, 4 isomers, Journal of Chemical, let's see, what is that? Quantum theory project in here. So yeah, that might, the Journal of Chemical what? Will it take me there real fast? Anyway, I'm going to provide this link because I saw quantum in there and not quantification. And so, yeah, I can't get in there right this second, guys, apparently. It's being a thing. But I'll definitely provide, it's on page 1. It's the last search on page 1. Quantum Theory Project, Department of Chemistry and Physics, University of Florida, Gainesville, Florida. So, yeah, and this goes on, guys. And it does not cross your number off. I apologize for that little hiccup. It was right in front of my face. So moving on, that gets you through chemicals forwards and backwards, and I have to pause it, guys. I'm sorry about that. Okay, sorry about that. So that got you through going forwards and backwards in chemicals. I probably just said that. And now we're moving on to the technology category. And 79 in technology ends up being I-79 Technology Park, and they do high priority federal operations. High priority federal operations. I could stop right there, but I won't. That require advanced electrical and telecommunications infrastructure. In addition, federal operations have found the I-79 Technology Park to be the ideal location for meeting the costly and complicated requirements of continuity of operations, or COOP compliance. So this keeps going on, guys, and I'll provide the link. And then coming back, you have 97, and that's going to be Fortune Power Tech issue 97. And that was the highlight for me. But you got Future Power Technology issue 97, Power Technology. And that was really the highlight for me, guys. PPS 97 Technology. So there's that. Information and Software Technology, Volume 97. That's just page 1. This actually goes on, but we're going to move on. And that gets you through going forwards and backwards in technology category with just 2 numbers, guys. This is a pretty cool. So then now we're going to hit random. We just typed the number in, and we ended up with magnetic and electric properties of transitional metal doped ZNO films. And then I see applied physics in here. So that to me was the highlight, but there are several things. Title 79 RCW Public Lands, Permanent School Fund Investment, State Constitution, Article 16 5, Section 5. Pest districts may include public lands. So yeah, I mean, I'll just provide the search, guys. And coming back, that was the highlight to me. And coming back randomly, my highlight was Materials Research Bulletin, Volume 97, research article, and materials research. So it looks like cycling stability of carbon code in Na5V12032. Ultra long nanowires has a cathode material for sodium ion batteries. Yep. So that's my highlight for you. There's more. That's on page 2, actually. That was my highlight. That's what I found that caught my interest. But I'll provide the search. You can look for yourselves. Maybe someone else will catch something that's interesting to them, or they find more relevant than I did. And that actually got you through going forwards and backwards randomly. And then I hit just research groups. All right. I didn't run them against any of our research groups, or it would take forever. I would do that by itself. So research group 79 in research group ends up being Roslow research group. And that's basically what I considered the highlight that I could see my number at, and that's an address there for that. There's a couple of other things that runs there, but that to me was the highlight, and that to me was probably you got 79% here, and that runs to it in that manner. But this is an actual address, so Roslow Research Group. And that's forwards that I see. And coming back that I see is yet another address, and that is Genoma Research Group. And they are a full-service clinical research site located in Worcester, or Westchester, IN. But anyway, yeah, I did not click into that. But that's what I see, and I see, I see a community psychology research group. That's probably pretty significant. SAMLAR 97. So yeah, I'll just provide the link. Here's another research group. Javieta research group. I see NIH in there, and we use their site a lot, although it's a different site, and they're talking about somebody from there, I think. So yeah, this goes through several research groups, actually. So I'll just provide the link. Goes our number through research groups. And does that actually get you through going forwards and backwards in research groups? And that gets you through by the numbers in all the categories. And yeah, I'm willing to easily say that this follows the pattern that we found in the others that we believe a quantum computer had a hand in changing. And you bet. I mean, this surprised me that it followed the pattern the way it followed the pattern. 2 numbers, really? And it didn't cross my numbers off, and I hit all the categories? Why not? My fiance was not surprised. I was a little surprised. So there you have it. And still, guys, Yi Lee, PhD, Computer Science, Machine Learning at Jackson Laboratories. Let me just say, And let me also just say that now I have affiliated them with this search here as well, because a computer could certainly take YI and take that S and put it somewhere else, and we didn't do that. Had we done that, we would have came up with this person right here. And I think there's something to that. I really think there's something to that. And ironically, stuff from here, from this search here, is running back and connecting with stuff we found in our binary code search in our last decode. So I think there's something to that, turning those into just a series of zeros and ones, starting with 0 and A. I think there's definitely a layer of code there, and I think they definitely used it. That's my opinion. That's what I think. Can I prove it? I don't know. I can provide evidence for it. These are tying back up to it. So I could easily throw it out too. We could easily throw it out. I'll say it again. I've said it before. We could easily throw that binary code right out the window. We already had the pattern. We already had the pattern in the letters. We already had the pattern in the numbers. And we already had called quantum network users before we ever introduced this binary code. And this binary code just furthered the pattern was all it did. We could throw it out and we still had what we started with without it. So, but you know what? That's a tough call. I'm going to do a video coming up on this topic by itself, this YI in our last decode, because I think this Yi Li PhD runs through both of these. And I have a funny feeling that these numbers aren't going to go back to Yi Li PhD or to Jackson Laboratories in general. But I could be wrong. And so we'll do that coming up. We'll probably run it against some of those other research groups we found in the letter decode. But yeah, looking pretty quantum computery, looking pretty codey, if that's a thing. I mean, it's looking like quantum computer code. YI. Short, simple. And I think it's telling you who's doing it. Yi Li. PhD. It even rhymes. So, that's going to be it for now, guys. And I haven't put that on the list yet. If we decide to put that on our list of suspect quantum network users, we'll do that in an upcoming video. Right now, it's my suspect for the last 2 decodes now. And that changed because my suspect on YSID's South Dakota, or YSID's SD, I keep saying that, but that's what I saw first. Say 2 Princes decode. Now it's looking like this particular person was involved in both. Now, maybe, you know what? I got a theory I'm working on that, and I'll let this video go at that. So for now, thanks for all your thumbs up, thumbs down. Thanks for all your comments, leads, feedback, and subscriptions. And thanks a lot for watching, guys. Sorry I ran this long, but this did cover all the categories at once. And for now, you guys have a great rest of your day.